In today's episode, the special edition Mini Racing and Flame. Hello and welcome to Quarterline, your car brochure channel. In today's episode, we're going to be looking in this 1989 Rover all-range catalogue, and we're going to look at a special edition Mini, the Flame and the Racing. So let's have a look at that one now. So in this particular 1989 Rover brochure, there are not just one, there are not just two. There are 5 special edition Minis, and we've been looking at them over our Saturday shows. Usually we look at special edition models at the weekend. This one's gone for more of a sporty look really, with the Mini Racing and the Mini Flame. You can see the green Racing and the red Flame. Like I said, more sporty look with that white roof, but they're all using the same 998cc engine like all the other Minis at this time. We've not got to the time when the Cooper has arrived. So what we'll do, we'll look at this brief little description, then we'll cast our camera over these other images. It is only going to be a short show today. There isn't that much on there, but let's have a look to see what it's got to say about itself. So a bit of a strange start, but it says, when the chips are down and it's you or the rest around Piccadilly Circus, you'd better be in a Mini. Or in the Mini, I should say. The Mini Racing, anything but green in tight corners, and the Mini Flame, hot stuff at a cool price. Park yourself in the driving seat. You'll like what you see. 3-spoke steering wheel, tachometer, stylish cloth seats with sporty accent. You'll like what you hear. A 3-band stereo radio cassette player with twin speakers. Mini, get away with it. So it really isn't very much above any other Mini, really, to be honest with you. We've got a tachometer, but I guess that's because we're going for a more sporty feel with this one, I guess, what they're saying. The basic City didn't come with a stereo radio cassette player as standard, but really there's nothing too special about them, really, other than they're quite a clever bit of marketing, aren't they? I have a couple of special editions, one green, one red. You know, it's something else to look at in the dealership, and I do like the white roofs, actually, I must admit. Anyway, let's have a look at the Racing first. So here it is. Apologies for all the glare, I will zoom in a moment, but British Racing Green was always a good colour for a Mini, of course. We've got white wheel trims. Not a big fan of white wheel trims, but that's a very 80s thing, isn't it? And I do like the white roof. So there, a bit of a zoom in. We'll notice, or we'll probably see better on the next picture actually, but we've got this sort of chrome look bumpers now, where the standard models did have black bumpers on them. I guess going for that more older Mini look. Difficult to see the graphics, they look like a gold silver colour. We'll be able to see the graphics a bit better later on, but basically it's got Racing and a little bit of a checkered flag on there. And then if we look at the Flame, basically the same thing other than it's in red. So I guess whichever special edition chose, depending if you prefer green or red, I guess. Zooming in a bit further, again we can make out that decal there, so it says Flame this time, and then a checkered flag, and then the word red on there, just in case you didn't know it was a red car. White wheel trims again, like I said, that sort of bright bumpers to remind you of older Minis. Still at this time we've got our fog lamp tacked on as a bit of an afterthought. We do have head restraints there, but I think it was actually mandatory in the UK by this late stage to have head restraints. A better look at the graphics can be seen in this image, where we can see that Racing name, and then, like I said, a checkered flag and the word green again, just in case you didn't realise this was a green car. And then moving down, a very unusual hood badge. Never liked the hood badge on Minis at this stage, really, because they lost the Austin badge, but this is a particularly unusual Mini badge, isn't it, with these crossed checkered flags. Again, for going for that more of a sporty feel, but we've still got that tiny little engine in there Again, days before the Mini Cooper, so I guess sporting in terms of looks more than anything else, you could say. And then a look at the interior. Quite nice seats, but nothing really too much to shout about. We've still got them tiny door cards showing a lot of paint on the doors. And then if I zoom in, we can just about make out that stereo radio cassette player in that very unergonomic position. Remind us this is a very old design car, so a bit of a stretch there to change your tapes over, isn't it? One thing I just want to just end by showing us here. These are the models you could get in 1989, so you get the City and your Mayfair, which were the standard models, and the special models are being the Sky and Rose and the Racing and Flame, so 4 special editions there, and of course the very special Mini 30, the kind of luxury special edition. That little white square at the bottom there, I don't know if you can make that out, I'll just point that out for you. This is indicating that an auto transmission was an option on the City, the Mayfair and the 30. The special editions of the Sky, Rose, Racing and Flame did not have the availability to have the optional automatic transmission. So certainly if you wanted an automatic Mini, you had to look elsewhere. Performance wise, even though they're claiming to be a bit more of a sportier model with the checkered flags at the front there, same performance as any other Mini because they're set using that same 998cc as we discussed earlier. So 0 to 60 times for manual Minis was 17.9 seconds 0 to 60 time. Other figures there, 30 to 50 miles per hour in 13.7 seconds and a top speed of 80 miles per hour. Unfortunately, that's all you had. Finally, that looks like a torque figure at the end there, doesn't it? 68, presumably bhp, at 2500 rpm. Oh, it's actually newton meters, so 68 newton meters at 2500 revs per minute. So there we've got the special edition Mini Flame and Mini Racing. Would you have been tempted by one of these? I guess if you liked green or red, it was the car for you. Nothing too special in performances, but I think I quite like the overall vibe of these special editions. Although there were lots and lots of special editions for Minis, so the special editions weren't so special because there were so many of them, but still, always livened up the Mini with all the choice you could have. Let me know what you think. Did you have one of these? A Mini 30 or a Mini Racing? I'm sure you've got some stories to tell, so please do jot them in the comments, or indeed any other Mini story you have. But thank you so much for watching today. We'll end as we always do by saying, please do consider subscribing. It is all completely free, keeps you in touch with the channel, and indeed if you click that little bell, it'll remind you when new episodes arrive. Tended to do these special editions on our Saturday shows. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll also pop a couple more boxes up because these particular special editions are all in our main Rover brochure for 1989, so we'll have all the episodes now in this series, so click that if you want to see other models for Rover at this time. But thank you so much for watching today. Please do take care. We'll see you very soon. All the best and goodbye.